Comrade, do you wonder why your stretching brings you more injuries than flexibility? Do you wonder why are you doomed to be inflexible if you follow the conventional methods? Computer geeks have a saying, garbage in, garbage out. If you start with an incorrect premise, you're gonna get nothing but garbage in the end. The garbage premise that makes your stretching ineffective and dangerous is the premise that in order to get flexible and super flexible, you must stretch. I repeat, the garbage premise is, in order to get flexible, you must stretch. The irony is, your muscles are already long enough to enable you to do the most spectacular gymnastic or karate techniques. They just don't know it yet. All you need to do is teach your muscles how to relax into stretch and pick up the slack. The powerful tool that will enable you to relax into stretch is breathing. The amount of pressure in your abdomen relates to the amount of muscular tension. If the pressure is really high, the tension is really high. That's a phenomenon we use in my strength training books and tapes to get stronger. On the other hand, if the pressure drops off, if the pressure is very low, your muscles automatically relax. Learn to do this. On the exhalation, passively let go of the air. Make the exhalation happen just purely by the weight of your rib cage. Pause there for a while. Totally let go. It's very important that you release all the air and don't let it be caught in your throat, something like this. Let it all go. Another powerful tool is tension. Your muscle will relax much better if it first recognizes its tension. If you contract the muscle and then relax it using the technique of contrast breathing, what you've just seen, you're going to be able to stretch much further. Observe the toe touch. Slowly bend forward and see how far you can go. Measure your toe touch. Keep your knees locked unless your doctor told you otherwise. The next step, you're going to go down again to the same spot. You're going to inhale and make your fists, tighten up your fists really hard and squeeze your butt as tight as you can. And you hold that tension for a second and your breath. And then suddenly you just let it all go. Repeat a few times. When you can't progress any further or you feel that's enough, bend your knees and stand up. Observe. Make a point when you're contracting not to reduce the amount of stretch. This is wrong. When you contract, you should stay in one place. When you release, you go down. And once again, don't let the breath to be caught in your throat. Make sure to bend your knees before you stand up. Your muscles in the lower back are very vulnerable in that stretched out position. It's okay to go down, but it's not okay to get up. Bend your knees and then stand up. Comrade, you must have heard about the benefits of spinal decompression, unless you live in a cave. But did you know that you can multiply the effectiveness of decompression through hanging of a pull-up bar by employing contrast breathing? That is tightening and releasing your stomach and your butt. Observe the spine lengthening effect of contrast breathing. If you cannot support your full body weight that way, you may keep your feet on the floor, like this. Everyone who lifts weights must do this stretch, and everyone must lift weights. Comrade, the improved Cobra stretch will make a dramatic difference in your back bending ability. First of all, you must understand the proper mechanics. Most people, when they bend back, they fall just in one spot in the lower back. The result, back injuries and decreased mobility. You need to understand that in order to move far and do it without injuries, you need to elongate your spine first. It's a good idea to do the decompression hang before your back bending and articulate it in every vertebrae. You need to imagine that you're wrapping yourself around an imaginary ball rather than just simply bending back. So, here's the improved Cobra stretch. Place your hands on some sort of a shelf, for example, a kitchen counter. When you lie down, your hips should be slightly off the ground. Contract your abs and butt. Release. When you have released, your hips will sag. At this point, inhale again, open up your chest, wrap yourself around, pull your toes, think of elongating your whole body. Once again, contract, relax, elongate yourself. Once your hips are flat on the floor, advance to a higher level. You may experience a cramp in your lower back muscles, but if you feel it in the center of the spine, you're doing something wrong. Comrade, you must feel longer by now. Let's stretch your spine even further and stretch your sides at the same time. Get your arms overhead and keep your feet slightly wider than your shoulders. Keep your knees locked. Lean strictly to the side. No twisting. This is wrong. This is wrong. You must move in one plane, as if you're sliding along the wall. Once you have gone as far as you can, inhale and contract your butt. And then release and go further. Whenever you have a hard time contracting a given muscle, squeezing your glutes always helps. If you want to know why, check out Power to the People, the book. Otherwise, just remember, the party is always right. Observe. When you've gone as far as you can, make a point of contracting glutes to make it easy for you to get back up in the same path without twisting. When you go down fairly low, it's okay to let your hips kick over to the opposite side. Now, perform the drill on the other side. That must feel good. Comrade, here's an awesome stretch to improve your spinal rotation. Sit in a chair and hook your feet around the legs of the chair.